Well, hello everyone, Tex88 here. Welcome to another review, and now I bring you Space Crusade for the ZX Spectrum. Now, although I tried to do the 128K version, there seemed to be a problem with the ROM, so I'm having to stick with the 48K version, I'm afraid. So the sound will be a bit limited. There would have been some music here had it been the 128K version, but unfortunately I just couldn't get the 128K version to work. It just glitched all the time and you couldn't see what you were doing. Now, Space Crusade is based on the Milton Bradley board game of the same name, which was done in association with Games Workshop, as you can see by the license information here. I know it says Hasbro Bradley, but here in the UK it was Milton Bradley. And you play as a chapter of Marines, and you have to fulfill a mission. It's turn-based, as it's based on a board game. Keyboard. So 6 and 7 are left, right. 8 and 9 are down and up, and select chapter. So this is where I pick the faction of or chapter of Marines. I think I'll be the Ultramarines. Set up. This is where I get to pick my commander's starting weapon. Now that one would give him a good hand-to-hand combat weapon with a little firepower. That one would give him much better firepower, but his hand-to-hand capabilities would be every bit as limited as that of a normal Marine miniature. This one, which I'm going to go with, is the Power Sword and Power Glove that gives him no firepower at all, but 2 fearsome hand-to-hand combat weapons. So this is where I get to select some equipment to take with me. And that's a targeter for the weapons shown on the left there. You'll see more about the weapons in a moment. Now, this is where I pick the weapon choice for the other 4 Marines that my commander's in charge of. And so the weapons are assault cannon, missile launcher, or missile launcher if you're in the United States, plasma gun, and bolter. The bolter is the weakest, is a light weapon, is the weakest firepower, but it means that the Marine carrying it can move up to 6 squares instead of just 4. I tend to have one person with a bolter and the other 3 with carrying heavy weapons, because quite frankly the bolter's a complete load of crap at the best of times. So now select my mission. See seek and destroy. For full details, refer to the manual. I don't actually have the manual, but if I remember correctly, this is just a case of finding something called a dreadnought and destroying it to fulfill the mission. So, start. So there's my faction of Marines. So I just pick one of them, and then I select an icon. This one allows me to do my movement, and all the squares that are blacked out are beyond his movement capabilities. The commander can always move 6 spaces under normal circumstances, regardless of which weapon I picked him with. He's 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, now I'm going to pick another one of my Marines. I'm picking Foster, who's got the assault cannon. He can move to any of those squares. I'll move him there. I'll do a scan. Nothing seemed to show up in that map on the bottom right. Now to pick the next Marine in sequence. Gibson. Ah, that's the Gibson, so I'll move him. I'll move him there, I think. I'm really sorry that I couldn't get the 128K version to work. I don't know why I couldn't, but for whatever reason, it just glitched up repeatedly. So I'll just move him there. I only moved him 2. I don't like the idea of having all of my Marines bunched up here. And this is my guy with the bolter. He can move 6 because his weapon's not as heavy as that of the others. So I'll move him to open that door down there. Hang on, I've just noticed on the map just below me that scan I did has caused those blips to appear. You can see it appear as a greyed out section on the map. See, that bit there is where those blips are, and you can sort of see where my Marines and Commander are. Obviously it's monochrome because of the Spectrum's attribute limitations, but I can't really do anything else now, so I've moved all 5 of my men, so I'm going to end my turn, and now it's the turn of the aliens. Booby trap. That was a roll. All of my characters have an armor value of 2, with the exception of the Commander, who has 6 life points. So my Marines only have 1. So had that roll been 3 or higher, the Marine that got caught in the blast would have been eliminated instantly. So hang on a minute, I just noticed something. This guy's greyed out. Does that mean he got killed? Oh no, it's because he's not. Right. Come on. Oh yeah, I have to select their face, don't I? Come on, Commander. Movement. Here, I think. I'll do a scan with him. He's a bit further over to the left. I think something showed up there, but I'm not absolutely sure. I'm just going to scroll and see. No, that's a wall. Now, the reason those are only showing as blips at the moment is because none of my characters have line of sight at the moment. I'm going to move this guy here. So now I'm going to show you the fire mode. With the assault cannon, I can actually concentrate all my fire on one item, or I can spread how much the roll is over several targets. So I'm going to initially aim at that. What I can aim at will depend on how much I roll. So I got 0 there, so I didn't hit that. Those are just rocks anyway, they can't harm me. But because of that power up, I can re-roll the score. Well, I was trying to, but it didn't let me do it for some damn reason. Four, 5, 6. Now I'm gonna. It's very unlikely I'm gonna get that rock with a boulder, but you never know. There's no limit in range on these weapons. 1. And I destroyed that boulder because I just had to get 1 or higher to destroy that. Like my Marines, the enemies have an armor value as well. I've already moved him. I haven't moved him yet, so I'll move him there. Oh, God. Don't tell me because I didn't get that guy out on my first go, I'm not going to be able to use him all mission. So I can't use the guy armed with the plasma gun, so I'm only going to be able to use 4 of my 5 playable characters. Oh well. There's nothing to shoot at, so end my turn and let the aliens have their turn. Right, there aren't any aliens on the screen at the moment, so there's nothing for the alien player to actually do. So, go on, Commander. May as well go here. Scan. Oh, I picked up something there. Is it going to be anything interesting, though? Just further to the left, you can see... No, it's just showing up as a blip again because none of my characters currently have line of sight to it. So I'm picked this guy. Now I'm going to move him here. Now pick this guy, move him there. And you can just click on a map section to get straight there. Now I'm going to move this guy. I think I'll move him here. And I'll end my turn because I can't really do anything. There's nothing to shoot at. I'm not going to waste my time shooting at those rocks. Master controls. I can't remember what that actually was. But it doesn't even matter because, again, because there's then none of those, that blip I've just discovered didn't move, so it's probably another rock. I don't know why it didn't let me just click on him to select him. It let me select those others that way, so why not go this way? Yep, yep, it was a rock. That explains why it didn't move. And can you see there those magenta dots next to where it says Commander and the weapons he's holding in the top right corner? As I said, the Commander has 6 hit points. Only when all those are gone does he die. All the other Marines only have 1, hence the reason they've only got 1 showing in that same area. I really have disadvantaged myself by not getting that guy with the plasma gun out on my first turn. It won't even let me select that guy that's still in the airlock because of that. That's the only reason I can think of as to why it's not letting me select. Let me select that guy. I mean, oh, I see. I get a limited number of turns to fulfill my mission. Right, so I'm going to select this. God. Right, now I'm going to set this. This is how you do hand-to-hand combat. You do it when you're adjacent to an enemy, which in this case is a rock. So, oh, great. That didn't do anything because I have to roll 1 or higher in order to defeat that. So even though Commander has a mighty power sword and power glove, he couldn't take out something as simple as a rock. I'm hoping you understand what's happening. But it's mainly because I've played the original board game that I've got even the slightest inkling of what I'm doing. Right. And I can now use that if I so wish to open or close a door. I'm just going to end my turn here. That didn't do anything. Right, I'm going to set my commander and have another go at this rock on the left so I can actually get through. Yes! That's that rock exploding into itty bitty pieces. Now my commander and everyone else involved can now get through. I'll put him there. I'll do a scan here, I think. Ooh, there's some blips down in that room below me. Something tells me that this is going to be the first time I've done blips that aren't going to be just lifeless blobs. That's Shaw with his trusty bolter, which isn't particularly trusty because it's a crap weapon. And it's so likely that you're going to roll a naught. I may as well have a go at this hand to hand. Oh, I took out that. In the case of hand to hand, the armor value doesn't come into it. You just have to roll higher than the opponent, and for anything that has hit points, the higher, the more over your over the recipient's roll you roll, the more damage you do. But the vast majority of enemies only have 1 life point. It's just things like the Dreadnought that have more. The Dreadnought's a bit like the ED-209 robot from RoboCop, if you've seen that. I'll bring that there, I think. End my turn. This is the enemy's turn. Yep. Now we're starting to get some actual enemies to fight against. Again, I can only tell what something is if I got line of sight to it. Oh my god, this. Oh yeah, you're really going to take my commander on with. Right, my turn now. Oh goodness me! My commander actually lost two of his health points in that attack. Oh yeah, of course, because that thing rolled 2 and I only rolled 0. So I'm going to do hand to hand with this. I'm not sure what it is because of the spectrum monochrome. I can't actually tell what it is. Yeah, I've got Oh, that appears to be a Gretchen, and that there was a Chaos Marine. Oh, sorry, Chaos Commander, because it was armed with a heavy bolter. Right, I'm going to move this guy over. Now I have to be really careful how I do this. I'm going to. I mean, it's very unlikely I'm going to roll high enough, but I may as well have a go at this. So the Chaos Commander is the one with the, which is the most dangerous enemy in line of sight at the moment. I very much doubt I'm going to do it with a bolter though. No, I got naught. So, and for what I remember, I have to get more than 2 with the roll of the dice of the weapon I'm using in order to defeat a Chaos Commander. I think that's what it was from what I remember of the board game. Right. Now to bring in the literal big guns. I'm going to stay down here and make it a bit, stay out of the line of sight of the enemy. Just have a go at shooting this thing. Yeah, definitely done enough for that. Right, that's that rock out of the way. And I can fire again if I so wish, but I've got nothing to shoot at, so no point continuing in that regard. Movement. I wish it would actually center on the character you just picked when you first select one, because especially with the Spectrum's monochrome graphics, you can't really tell who's who so easily, because they couldn't really have things different colours so easily because of the colour clash issues. I've already moved him. I can't do anything more, so end my turn. Lure of Chaos. I think that meant that I can't use that. I think that meant that I can't move that character next turn. Oh no, it's actually taken over that Space Marine and turn him into an enemy. Oh bloody hell! Now I've got one less Marine just because of that. Oh god! Right, as you can see, one of my Marines is dead. Oh great! Now I've only got the guy with the assault. Yeah. Oh yeah, because that guy took over my character with the assault cannon. Now I'm going to do hand-to-hand combat against this Chaos Commander. From what I remember, they're not so good at hand-to-hand combat. 3, so right, I got him because he only rolled 2, so that Chaos Commander's dead. Now I'm going to move my commander out of the way. Move him down there, I think. I think that's another Gretchen. I don't think it's an orc. It could be, but a bit hard to tell because the characters, the graphics on this version are a little bit indistinct. So I'm going to fire. Oh god, no! Oh, yeah, that was a Gretchen. Then all I had to do was roll above 0. Now I'm going to move. So move him there, I think. Oh yeah, of course I've got this gubbins, haven't I? I'm definitely going to move first because the way the missile launcher works when it comes to firing is that I have that the square that I aim at will be the total of both red dice, and the eight squares around it will be affected by the highest of the two dice. So I'm going to move first, otherwise I get caught in my own blast. So I'm going to fire and center my attack on that square. No, I got naught, so I didn't even scratch him. I can't do anything else now, so not much point shutting any doors. 32 turns remaining. Oh, he's dead. So I've only got 2 men left. As I said, all of my characters have an armor value of 2 because that guy just rolled 3 when he shot at me. I died. So as you can see, 2 of my Marines are now gone. I wish I hadn't left that guy in the bloody airlock. I can't do anything with him. I don't think I'm going to do this now. I've lost too many of my men. He can't win against that. A Gretchen can't roll 1 white die and get more than 2, so I rolled above that, so there was no way he was going to win against that. I'll do a scan, I think. Oh dear. I hope there's rocks there. And there's also 2 block blips in this room. Oh well. Just got to... Oh god. This guy's going to be virtually useless because he's only got a pathetic bolter. Right, those are rocks. I don't mind that. I may as well have a pop at that since I can't really do much else. No, I rolled naught, so that didn't even harm them. End my turn. Got 31 turns remaining. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near. Blips can move 5 spaces, but if they... But it... Oh, God. Two. That's not enough to... Oh, bloody hell. I forgot it was hand to hand. He rolled 2, I rolled 1, so I died. I've only got my commander left now. Because I didn't get that other Marine out of the airlock on my first go, I'm powerless to use him. I don't know why they made it like that, but that's really unfair. I'm going to go next to him and do hand to hand because I can't shoot because my commander doesn't have a ranged weapon. Ah, done it. I rolled 4, he rolled 2. Had he rolled 4 more, he would have been fine, but because he rolled lower than 4, I defeated him. Can't do anything else because I haven't got anyone else. Auto defense. Right, 2, that's not enough to harm me. That had to be 3 to harm me. 3 is the highest number you can get on 1 red die. Why have they gone into the wall? Oh god, here we go. That thing's going to try and attack me now, isn't it? Oh no, I'm going to be attacked by two things now. No, naught's not enough. He's dead. You can only shoot on a diagonal. That's why that guy didn't try attacking hand to hand. You have to be orthogonally adjacent to something to attack it hand to hand. Talking of which, that's exactly what I'm going to do with this guy, because I need to take him out before he does some damage. I'll move one square. Try a hand to hand against it. 3. Right, dead. And I can't do anything more. I can't move it, and I can't do it. Now it's the enemy's turn again. Right, so I'm there, and those two blips, which I currently don't know about, are there. What's that? Oh, those are rocks. So I'm going to see figure out what those two are in case they're the dreadnoughts that I'm after. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go through this way. This seems to be the quickest way of getting to that room. Not much point doing anything else, because I can't do anything else. I haven't got any other enemies. Right. Movement. Here. "27 turns remaining." There's no way I'm going to do this. I'll give it my best shot, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wiped out. I mean, my commander's already lost 2 of his 6 health points, and I've lost the use of all the 3 other Marines because they got killed, and I didn't get to use that 4th one because I didn't move him out of the airlock on my first go. So I'm going to head to that door up there, which is just there on the map, and then I'll head down there and find out what those 2 things are. That's the plan anyway. So I'll go there. Scan. Oh, there's one extra thing that I've just discovered there with that scan, and it's that thing there that wasn't there just before I did that scan. So that's the new thing that's just been uncovered. Can't do anything more. There is no way I'm going to do this in 26 turns, even if I do somehow miraculously survive. The AI of these characters isn't that great. It does take away some of the tension. Right. See, if I'd clicked... I had to actually click on where my commander was. I'd really rather if I clicked on, oh, reporting in. That basically means I can't move. Oh, not a waste. I can't do anything with that because my bolter guy's dead, so I can't do anything. The reporting in prevented my commander from being able to move that turn. And because my commander is the only man I've got left, that meant I couldn't actually do a great deal. I mean, it's almost as if these enemies are trying to go through walls to get to me, and then being surprised when they can't. I mean, the AI in this isn't great. I'll move there. I don't particularly want to open the door just yet. I'll do 24 turns. Yeah, right. I can really see myself being able to do this. There is no chance. Right. I think that's a Chaos Marine, but is it armed with a missile launcher? My commander just lost a health point in that hand-to-hand combat. That's not enough. You have to get at least 3. That's nothing, so that won't hurt me. That's nothing, so that won't hurt me either. Why are you going into that corner? See, the AI makes no sense in this. That's a silly place to position yourself. You can't shoot at me while there because... Oh, I'm surprised you didn't have a go at me. Oh yeah, of course, it shot at me earlier, so it had already used its only attack mode. Means this turn, well, I better take out this guy because he's going to be a problem otherwise. 4, 2, he's dead. Yeah, that was an android. Androids are really quite good at hand-to-hand combat. It's 2 red dice, 3 white dice for shooting, but only the commander is armed with what I've got is an ideal option for hand-to-hand against an android because if you try doing that with a regular marine, you're just going to get absolutely wasted. Pretty much no point going in that room, so I'll just go here. Can't do anything else, so actually I can shut that door. Right. Probably won't make much difference because he'll probably use his next turn to go through that door and open it again, but might give me a bit of breathing space. Right, oh god. No, that didn't harm me because you have to get at least... It is possible to get... I know they show as green dice, but in the original board game they're white dice. I don't know why they went for green with that. The size of the dice of the green dice in this are 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and the red dice are 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can tell, the green dice you're far less likely to score with because there's an extra 0 on which isn't on the other. No chance. Dead. Well, these guys are really ganging up. Naught. No, naught's not enough. Right. Might as well do a hand-to-hand combat on one of these. Gretchens. I think that's a Gretchen, or is it an orc? 6. That was an orc. Gretchen only has one. He only uses one green die with hand to hand, so that was an orc, not a Gretchen. You probably haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. It's only because I know from the original board game how many dice each thing uses for hand to hand and firing modes. So now I'm confident I can tell the Gretchens and orcs apart because they're both green. Oh god, that harmed me. It was 4, so that's taken 2 health points off me. Well, that one that just moved next to me will only be able to do firing if it wants to do anything, because it's diagonally next to me, and you can't do hand-to-hand combat diagonally next to someone. That yellow one, I believe, is a Chaos Marine armed with a bolter, because the one armed with a missile launcher can only move 4 spaces. Now, that one can do hand-to-hand because it's orthogonally adjacent to me, and so can that one. Oh god, I'm really getting ganged up on here. Look at this. Naught, no, that's not enough. They've had all their turns, so it's my turn again. I think I'm just going to move and get the hell out of there. I can't, I haven't got enough movement points. And I don't feel comfortable going into a door, because if I was actually stopping a door, which I theoretically could have done, for all I know, I might get the enemy doing an order to shut a door, and then they will shut the door and that would probably kill me instantly. I might as well do a scan. Oh, something appeared down there. That wasn't there before with a scan. Could that be the dreadnought I'm after? I'm hoping so, because I'm rapidly running out of turns. 21 turns to find the mech assault. I think that meant that an android would be able to move twice. Oh, that's harmed me because that's 3. 1, that's not enough. 1's not enough. 0's not enough. See, some of the AI is a bit questionable. I don't know why that one up in the top left corner of the map keeps moving into that corner. Look at this. I mean, I know they're just Gretchens and orcs and they're not particularly strong, but there are just so many of them. I'm all by myself because I wasn't able to use that guy with the plasma gun because I didn't get him out of the airlock on my first turn. 1, not enough. Oh, it's hand to hand. I got rolled more than him, so he died. That was very stupid, an orc against him. 0's not enough. Right. Down there, I think. And I'll do hand to hand against this rock that's right there, so I can get it out of the way so I can actually move past it. Yeah, definitely. can't really do anything else. May as well scan though. Oh, there's another blob down there. Could that be the dreadnought? I mean, there's still a few oh, God. 20 turns, and I still haven't found the bloody dreadnought. That's an orc. Can't get clear line of sight, so I still don't know what that one is. Naught, not enough. What is it with that one? Oh, God. No, is that one going to shoot me or try hand to hand? That's a Gretchen. Gretchens are the weakest of the alien characters, but they can move. They can move 8 spaces, so they're a lot faster than even the commander and bolter carrying Marines. Naught. 5. I've just slightly beat his naught. You had no chance against me with that. With them. That shooting 1's not enough. It has to be 3 or higher. Because I have an armor value of 2, and you have to roll higher than that to harm. Right. This is where I find out what that blip down in this room down here is. Oh no, I can't because this bastard orc is in my way. So I'm going to have to waste 5 movement points to get this dickhead out of the way. There's no way you can beat that. Not with one. Oh, it was a Gretchen. I thought it was an orc. Maybe I can't tell the two apart so easily after all. I mean, that is accurate. Both the Gretchens and orcs are green figurines in the original board game. It's just because of the limitations of the of graphics on the Spectrum, they're a bit hard to tell apart in this version. At least until they've shot at or had a go. Oh, that's harmed me. Damn it, I'm completely wiped out. That was my last health point for my commander, so I'm totally dead. You died heroically serving the Imperium. You have lost this mission, kills 20, scores 60. So that's Space Crusade for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum 48K. As I said, there is a 128K version which would have had better sounds and music, but due to glitches I couldn't get it to work. It was completely unusable, so 48K is the best I could do, but the core gameplay would have been the same. Graphics, well, when it goes into that 3D mode, it's pretty good, but obviously with the board view, which is in 2D, so some of the enemies are a little bit indistinct until they've actually launched an attack on you, which isn't exactly ideal. It would have been better if the Gretchens and orcs could have been a bit more visually distinct. They're a bit too similar to one another until they've actually made a move against, well, not so much made a move against you, but attacked you. I mean, you might be able to tell by movement because the orcs can't move as far as the Gretchens can. The Gretchens can move up to 8 spaces. The orcs can only move, I think it's 6 spaces. It could be 4, I can't remember. I think it's 6 from what I remember from the board game. Apart from that, the graphics were pretty much as good as they were going to get for the limitations of the hardware. Sound, there isn't any because I'm not on this 48K version. Gameplay, well, if you love the boards game, then you'll probably like this, albeit probably not quite as much. I mean, you don't have to scan in this, whereas in the board game you did have to scan the moment you stepped onto another section of the play area, which meant you had some blips to contend with, whereas initially you perhaps didn't, and would only come across blips in this if you actually, without scanning, if you actually entered a room that contained an enemy or even those rocks. I also think that they can. I also think it would have been nice if they could have had on-screen text showing what the mission is. Just saying refer to the manual, and people might have lost the manual, or in my case, didn't have access to it to start with. It just seems a bit mean. Mind you, that could also have been an anti-piracy thing that would have made it harder for anyone who'd made an illegal copy of the game back in the day to be able to play it, because they wouldn't perhaps have known what to do. So that's probably why they did that. But I do honestly think that I was supposed to find that Ed 209 shaped dreadnought enemy, which would have had two heavy weapons which worked exactly the same way as the equivalent for my Marines, and two bolters, and a hand-to-hand ability that was just as capable as that of the power sword and power glove that I gave my commander this turn. So it's a pretty powerful beast of an enemy. And its heavy weapons counters its hit points. If for each point above it that you manage to harm a dreadnought, it loses one of its two heavy weapons, and if you manage to destroy the other one similarly, then it'll only attack you with its bolters or hand-to-hand combat. It's a fairly clever game if you know how it works. I do, because I've played the original board game, which I still have to this day. So it's fairly enjoyable and sort of clever. It's just some more differentiating between some of the enemies would have been nice, especially given the graphical limitations of the Spectrum. They perhaps could have had some means of differentiating them unique to the Spectrum versions to make up for the lack of graphical detail that's possible. And there's of course some of the AI of the opponents, particularly when they weren't in the same room as you or quite some way away. It was a bit strange. As you saw, there was that Chaos Marine in the upper left corner that seemed to just have a fascination for going into that corner, even though my commander was in completely the opposite direction to that. I don't quite know what that was about. But anyway, I'm going to give Space Crusade on the Spectrum 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for Space Crusade on the Spectrum. Just a shame I couldn't get the 48K version to work. But at least I was able to get it to work at all to show you it. So hope you enjoyed this review. Sorry it's a bit of a long one, but it's quite an involved game. Texie88 out.